Welcome back to the Voices of Madison Park. This week, we have a great show. Phenomenal show. We're going to highlight our leadership at our school, the opportunities, and our students' successes across the community. My name is Brandy Cruthird, and I'm the Director of Strategic Engagement and Communications at Madison Park Technical Vocational High School. However, I'm not alone.
Hi, my name is Danny. I'm a cosmetologist here at Madison Park. Today we're joined by Mr. Norris, a former electrical teacher, and now he's a coordinator of Cooperative Education here at Madison Park. Welcome to the show.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, Mr. Norris, first I want to say it's actually an honor, for us to be next to you, knowing the great work you're doing at Madison Park Technical Vocational High School. But moreover, you're part of the fabric of really Madison Park. Could you tell us a little bit about co-op and what you do? But I want to go back because I know you in a different light. Tell me about coming to Madison Park Technical Vocational High School and being a teacher here.
Well, first off, the greatness is the kids. And it makes it easy for us to do our job. I've been here 15 years come September, and prior to that, I had another 15 years in the district as an electrical supervisor. So I've been around here almost 30 years. And I was approached by the former head of schools, Mr. McAfee, and he's the one that talked me into becoming an electrical instructor. It's the best thing I ever did, and it's been a great ride. We've helped so many kids get to their dreams, their careers, and to see them now, they're in their 30s, some of these students, and just out there thriving and being successful. And that's what fuels everything we do here. It's the main catalyst for that.
What made you get into teaching? Like you said that you were working in facilities before, but that's a little different than now going into a classroom, being in front of young people. How was that transition for you?
Well, I think a lot of us that are tradespeople, I am a union electrician, and when we become a journeyman, we've gone through the apprenticeship part, you become a teacher informally with one-on-one. You have that young person and you're showing your craft and stuff. So it starts there. The other thing is I love people. I love all different types, just meeting different kids and what have you. And there's a lot of satisfaction when a student didn't know anything about electricity and all of a sudden you see them doing stuff that is the real deal, as they say. It's really to see their growth.
What was some of the struggles that you faced during your work experience?
Well, construction isn't easy. Like I tell the students, we put in a little bit of financial literacy in our lessons. And the thing is, we get paid very well, but also in the construction industry, there's ups and downs where, and I ran into that at one point in my career where you get laid off and it has nothing to do with you. It's just the economy.
Yeah.
And if you're not ready for that, and if you're living a certain way, it can be very troublesome. So we would tell kids, save for a rainy day. We say, don't live beyond your means and stuff like that. So that's one of the things that got me into working for the city, steady work. Okay. And if I was to say a struggle would be unemployment.
Wow. And how do you inspire the young people? I know you're talking about your life personally, saving and doing those extra things outside of the classroom so they can better understand having a quality of life long term, because being able to take care of yourself is really important. Tell us a little bit about how you equip young people to be able to have sustainability.
Well, I model employability skills, and that means showing up on time every day so that when you're not in school, the kids actually say, gee, where have you been? What happened? And I tell the students, you want to be that person. You want to be that when you take the day off, people are concerned why you're not in. And that's the one thing that's so important. And any co-op student, if you were to say they learn that, is how important it is to show up. They say, what do they say? They say 90% of it or whatever is showing up, right? And it's so true. And talk to the students and they realize they start working in teams. And if you're not there, people can't get things done. So I think that's one of the things I would like to have thought that I demonstrated for the students, that employability. And then the other thing, I don't know if that was the question, but just being there for the kids, and
What makes co-op special?
oh wow. Well, co-op, it's an honor to earn that, right? And the thing about let's talk. Every kid wants to make some money, so we're in this trade, and we know this is going to be a profession. And here you are, you have made this, and you're actually going out, and what an amount of satisfaction to say, wow, this is something I learned, these skills I learned, and I'm actually equipped. It's money now. People are paying me for what I know. That's so important. You get a jump on everything. You're thrown into the real world, and in co-op, there's only so much we can teach you in school. And when you get out into an authentic work site, you're learning so much. And then it isn't just the skill aspect of it, but dealing with people, dealing with people that are different than you, and dealing with different personalities and all that. Those things that we have to learn, they get to do it in school, And I think that's.
I want to go back for a second, and the reason being is we're talking, but maybe the audience doesn't even know what co-op is. I'm assuming that we got so excited because we got MP Pride,
MP Love,
MP Family. We got our family right here, so we just got right into this family topic. But I want to take it back just a little bit. Tell us a little bit about co-op, because Madison Park Technical Vocational High School has the trifecta. When you graduate, you could potentially get a high school diploma, an industry certification, and associate's degree. But you're talking about getting hands-on experience while in school. Could you just tell us a little bit more about co-op?
Thank you. Yeah. So co-op is just an abbreviation for cooperative education, and what that is, it's actually set up where by the Department of Education, where a student can actually, once they're in junior year, the final term of junior year, they go to an actual work site and they're paid, and they are performing authentic work under the guidance of myself and other teachers and what have you. But because we are a vocational school, that allows the student to actually leave where they would have been in their vocational trade that week and go out with an employer. Then the next week they return and pursue their academic courses. It's very unique. It's as old as can be, but it's
How do they qualify for it though?
That's
You just got me
questions.
excited about it. Like, so I'm thinking, I'm putting myself back in high school, and Danny's already here.
So that's the thing. And here's the other qualifier for co-op. All right, in addition to a young person going out on co-op, it's uplifting for the other students. Once they see their classmate go out making money, that student that might have not been qualifying, it motivates them. So what do you need? You need 90% attendance rate. Okay, you need 90% punctuality.
Wow.
That's right. That goes along with what I was saying about being there. Out. This is authentic. It mirrors what's out in industry, right? So the other thing is the student has to be top of their vocation. They have to have at least a B in their vocation. And then the academic side of business, they have to have a C. So, and then most important is their vocational instructor has to recommend this person for co-op. So those are the things you have to do. And a lot of kids are doing that. And
this sounds so exciting.
It is. And the other thing I got to say, the exciting thing about it is a lot of times our students do, one of the hard parts of my job is that when a co-op student is successful, that's a job that they have. And then a lot of times the employer hires them post-secondary. And I'm back to the drawing board. I got to find another job for a kid. But it's nice, now we have social media and stuff. And like I've been at this for 15 years, and I see my former students, and I see them successful careers. A lot of times I see them with families, kids, Facebook, they'll post, they just bought a home. And it really, really, it puts meaning behind what we do here.
And what success story stands out to you the most?
Oh, there's so many of them, and I'll be biased being an electrician and a union electrician to see. I would say when down in my electrical shop, not my electric shop, but probably seeing 50 or 60 kids over the years leave here and go right into the union, and a lot of these kids are first generation to this country, and just a few years later they're making six figures. And I believe in that. That's the American dream.
Now, something you just said is the union. Is it hard to get in the unions?
It is. And I don't mean to just go at the union. I'm just talking from
but
electric part, and there's other opportunities. I know we've expanded the electrical program. It was so successful. We've branched out to utility companies and state agencies and stuff like that. It is very difficult. I really can't talk about the numbers, but I know thousands of people from around Greater Boston look to go into the union every year, and it's some classes are bigger than others, and we've always had a seat at the table there since I've been here. It's been we've had kids go into that, and it's great. We could actually have a Madison Park alumni down at 103. I can tell you right now. I'm very proud of all those kids.
That's great. Well, one more question for me that I have for you.
Sure.
What jobs are your students are currently placed in right now?
Oh, wow. This is great. Well, like I said, I want to tell you the plumbing shop right now. We have there's all great instructors, but I'll talk about a shop that's really put themselves up on the board as of late. They have some new teachers down there, and it's amazing. They're placing the kids. We have them in Duggan, EM Duggan, working in prefab shop. We have kids at Northeastern University. We expanded our partnerships. Boston College just came on board this year in a big way. We were able to place kids from culinary over there, and the young woman over there is doing fabulous. That's great. She's working alongside co-op students from Johnson & Wales, which is a university, and she's picking up their skills. They've offered her I believe, or they're in the process of offering her a career position.
Give it up. We give it up when it's time to give it up. Give it up.
And we have Northeastern, I said that, right?
Yeah.
Boston College.
Now, how about the medical field? I know Madison has the medical stuff. Tell us a little bit about that.
So that's one thing that we really, with Miss Mays over medical assisting, we've been working very hard all year. We just fostered a partnership with Beth Israel. Yeah.
Gotta give it up.
And 6 kids are being onboarded as we speak over to there as medical assistants. There's a lot behind the scenes with co-op. We just don't show up answer wanted. There's what we call MOUs and there's agreements and all that stuff. We have Tufts. We know about that, right, Miss? And we have Tufts Medical Center. They're on board, and there's a certain amount of jobs promised there that will happen. We also partnered this year with Boston Medical Center, where they were able to place 2 young people over to Rosendale Health Center. We're on a roll. I'm glad you brought that up. And we have a young person all year was over in Whittier working as a medical assistant.
Wow.
And that's pretty good, right? That's awesome. This program right here, and I'm going to date myself. We call it radio and TV. What do you call it now?
Broadcasting, I think is
broadcasting. Yes.
We have a young man that's working for cable news up at City Hall.
Okay.
And he just started, and that's a.
We got to do that for this one.
He's doing great. He's doing great. So there's a lot. There's a lot of partners that we have. We have McDonald Electric. They've been along with us for the ride for a long, long time, and this is how great they have a prefab shop. And what that is, the kids, a lot of things are pre-assembled, and then they bring it to the work site, and they're down in Hingham.
Wow!
And we have a young person from East Boston. He will take the MBTA to South Station, get on the Silver Line, and then they'll send a car for him and pick him up. Wow. And that just goes to show you, how wonderful our partners are. Duggan does that also, but the tenacity of our students.
I need to ask the big question, because finance is always the one that attracts young people. How much money does a student, or can a student potentially make in the 11th and 12th grade? Because remember, the way you explained it to me is they go to their academics one week, and then they go to their vocation. So I'm out of my classroom at least, 2 weeks a month. How much money does a young person normally make doing co-op?
Well, I have minimum wage is $15 an hour, and sometimes that's what the students get for certain jobs. And like I say, you could work somewhere else, but this is a step in a career. This is a career, not a job, and that's key. That's the one thing we have to say. And you're cutting your teeth. You're getting into industry, and you got to take a step there, and you can grow from there. Other kids, just through luck, their positions. The most I've seen is $24 an hour.
Wow. So I'm 24, and what's the average age? Tell me that age making $24.
So we have kids that are 17 years old that are making $24 an hour.
Wow.
And it's amazing. And like I often tell people when we are negotiating for wages, I'm like, our kids, they're not going out buying video games, though they may. A lot of our kids are contributing to their families, and it's so important. And it says a lot about our kids,
How important is a school like Madison Park Techno-Vocational High School to the community as a whole? Its impact. How important is a vocational school?
I went to vocational school here in Boston. I grew up in Boston, and it's made all the difference for me. Without my trade, I don't know what I'd be doing, but it's been very good. So without getting onto a political side of things, they talk about wage gaps. They talk about the middle class. This is where it is. This is where it's at. Without trades, especially as we enter this new realm of AI and different jobs are going to be disappearing, they say, right? Mm-hmm. I'm really confident a lot of our trades will not be going anywhere because I don't think, I could be wrong, robots are going to cut hair or wire your house. So, I'm really confident this here provides opens doors to a middle class, at least lifestyle, where people can live decently, have a home, raise their families, and live the life that they deserve. And this is the catalyst right here. That's what vocational education is.
Wow. I think that's such a great closure.
It is.
I just want to say, is there anything that you would say as, Madison Park Techno-Vocational High School right now is working on recruitment? What is something that you would say to a parent right now? And just letting them know about MP.
Well, the thing is, come see us. I've been on a lot of tours. I just brought a person that had no idea what this was about, and they were just amazed. A lot of people talk about job shadowing and stuff. Mm-hmm. That isn't what it's about. These kids are hands-on, doing the real thing, and people are just wowed by this. So I say, if you're thinking about it, call the office. They'll put you in contact. We have a lot of people. You can come in here, tour, see what it's all about. Reach out. What we can. Our numbers speak for themselves. Yeah. Our success speaks for ourselves. And I'll tell you, we're on to bigger and greater things. We're growing. That's all I got to say.
Well, all I'm going to say is MP pride,
MP love,
MP family. This
is awesome.
Well, we just had an opportunity to be here with one of our amazing co-op coordinators here at MP. And in closing, we just want to say, Mr. Norris, great job well done. Not just at Madison Park, but the impact that you've had on our young people goes beyond the walls of Madison, and is not just changing lives here, it's changing families' lives outside of here. So we're going to give it up. You get that MP love right now.
I give a round of applause to our young people, our students. They make our job easy.
Okay, well, you got to clap now.
Yeah,
come on, you got to give it up.
It's the truth, and I appreciate it. And, how long have I known you now? I mean, come on, you put me on the spot, right? But
I've been here 10 years now.
Yeah, it goes by quick. But thank you very much for this opportunity.
Well, I'm going to thank my co-host.
Miss, I'm
Without
so
her,
sorry.
I couldn't do it.
Sorry.
Yeah, she's right here with me. She hasn't left, y'all. I don't want y'all to think she's left. We're just putting a lot of pressure on her. And she's mesmerized by what Mr. Norris was saying. Well, we want you to listen to the Voices of Madison Park, the voices that shape our community on WBCA, 102.9 FM. Make sure you keep that dial right there and you stay in tune to us. All right, we're going to give it up again. MP pride.
MP love.
MP family. Thank you for being a part of today's show.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Hi guys, welcome back. Today we heard from Mr. Norris, our coordinator of cooperative education, on how students are prepared for real-world careers. And next to me I have a co-op participant, Steven. Nice to meet you, Steven. Could you tell us more about what you do in your co-op experience?
So I work at Suffolk Construction Contractors. So I mainly shadow the constructors and project managers. I mainly just look at blueprints, see how they manage the construction site and how they deal with certain problems that were involved in the construction site.
Okay. And what made you join co-op?
So it was really how it's a whole different experience compared to what you learn in your classroom.
Okay.
So it's really a whole new world. For me, through my experience, I feel like I definitely learned a lot through co-op. So it does give you a whole different environment that you could like really learn.
I want to ask, what grade are you in?
I'm in 11th grade.
So you're in the 11th grade at MP, and you're saying you're already in co-op already. So next year, you have the potential to be getting industry experience and learn by doing experience again.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
I mean, it feels amazing, really. To be like a junior, it's like it's not much you can really, be happy about. It's like you getting money. You're also learning something that's really gonna take you through most of your life. So I feel really amazed.
What's a skill that you learned that you might have not expected?
Learning blueprints. So at first I really struggled with like really how to like visualize the construction site, especially in certain classrooms, like in this building. I would struggle with like finding where this area would be at until the project manager, he actually took time with me and then he really helped me where to look at and where to visualize the room through the project.
What made you choose electricity?
So for me, it was really when we did exploratory. So at first, I didn't really expect I was gonna be into electricity at first. So I just really took it because I felt like, oh, why not? The teachers were really outgoing. They looked like they communicated. So I felt like, for me, I felt like it was really like, it was a smart choice for me to do it. And then now I look back at it, I feel grateful for the decision I made. So
Do you think it's different from being in a classroom, and how do you think it is?
I would say
Yeah.
like it's a whole different experience, especially I would say for me, because I'm young, they're very comfortable with you.
Yeah.
They know that you don't know as much as others.
Yeah.
So they're willing to help you as much as you can and how you involve yourself. So I always try to involve myself as much as I can and how I'm able to learn.
All right. And getting into the co-op, what advice would you give another, let's say, fellow Madison Park junior, rising sophomore? What advice would you give them joining into co-op? Like, what rules do they have to follow?
I would just really just focus, pay attention. It's really like what they're looking for is they're not looking for you to be like an expert at everything.
Yeah.
You're a junior, you're just walking into like a whole new environment. So it's like you really just gotta be out there, be ready to learn, have an open mindset. What they say, you always gotta be ready to grow. And it's really like you're gonna struggle, but it's part of the process.
Yeah.
I want to ask another question. There's a young person out there who's watching the podcast and they're in the 8th grade. What made you choose Madison Park Vocational High School? Was it, did they pick the school for you? Did you check the box and said you want to come to MP? What made you choose MP?
It was really because of my cousin, actually.
Okay.
So
let's give it up for the cousin because we got a good comparison. Oh, wait, my cousin gets an applause.
So at first, I got picked with a different school, but then my cousin, he realized I didn't want to go to that school.
Mm-hmm.
So he told me just try it out, see how it is,
Mm-hmm.
and then, because I wasn't really into academic work as much. So, but then he was like, if you want to do something, you want to get involved in like construction, so just do this, try it out, see how you like it, and then I ended up loving it.
How have you grown from this?
I would say I've grown a lot, actually. Freshman year, I wasn't very. I was a good student, but I didn't really focus. I wasn't really into that much of like the construction until I started sophomore year. I started learning new things, and then it's like the thing about construction is like there's always something for you to learn.
Yeah.
So it's like I think that's what kept me going.
You kept getting more and more stuff and made you more
Exactly.
interested into it. That's
Yeah.
good. How was this experience helping you with your future goals?
I would say a lot. Mostly what really has helped me though is really having time to talk to the teachers. So
Okay.
for me, I always like talking to them like how their experience was,
Yeah.
because they've also had similar experiences.
Yeah,
How
that's smart.
so me being able to connect to them and being kind of in the position that they have been too, it's like I can be like them. I could have what they have too,
Yeah,
before
yeah.
I could have more. So it sets you goals for like who you want to be.
In the future,
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
And how does it feel to go back to the electrical program and to share your experience out in the field with the young people your age and in your program itself? How does that feel?
I mean, it feels good, to be honest. It feels like, because mostly you don't expect to be in a position like this. You don't expect to really be able to learn as much, but it's like it does give you a whole new world, a whole new like vision of like there. For me, how I seen it, I seen other kids who had a co-op. So then they told me, oh, like they're doing this, they're learning new things. So that I wanted to learn the same thing. I wanted to experience what he wanted or what she was doing. So then it's like it definitely gives you like a whole motivation. Like, oh, I want what he has.
Now,
Yeah.
the key thing I think I want to ask you, I don't want you to tell us per se the exact.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be making money while in high school?
I mean, it feels amazing. I mean, especially, upcoming, it's definitely you wanna also be able to be at a level where you wanna provide for your family.
Okay, give it
So,
up, give it
yeah.
up, give it up, give it up. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So that's mostly what is like really makes me happy about, because like my goal, or pretty much almost everybody's goal, is to be able to like just retire your family, parents, and be in a position where like you feel happy about,
Yeah.
and then not, struggle.
And it's
Yeah.
something you see yourself doing in the next 5 years from now, like construction is something you're interested in?
Most definitely.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
And Danny asked a really good question. Working in the different field, being out in the field, are there any other positions that you've seen that you like in construction? Not just the one you're in, but being able to explore, because now you're out there literally in the workplace with adults.
Yeah.
Have you seen some other areas of interest?
Yeah, so for me, because I'm doing project manager, I also do like the insides of
Okay.
it. So I was mostly, at first, I was really more into like just being an electrician, because I'd rather work than be out inside. But then I see what the project managers were doing and how they kind of problem solved. Because in most cases, there's a lot of cases where in the blueprints, they would have something wrong. So they have to go back and fix it. And they have to talk to the constructions, they have to talk to the union workers, they have to tell them like, oh, how to solve this problem. Most cases, the workers, they get mad. So it's like you see how they deal with how they're able to solve problems. And that actually has helped me a lot, because like they're able to keep that composure. We're like, okay, it's problem solving into this, and it helps. It definitely has helped me a lot, learning like see new jobs and things that I could also do.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some of the challenges that you faced during your experience? How did you get over that, and how did you get better from what you
From,
learned?
like being in a co-op.
Yeah.
I would say all the new things that I've learned.
Yeah.
So it was like, for me, the first week was a lot to take in. So it was like my first week. But then I would say like, it's really how you be outgoing, I could say.
Yeah.
Like you really just have to show out, be ready to learn. Because like that really has helped me be able to like take it all in. And mostly I use my phone to record and
Yeah.
remember what I can do. So
Okay.
yeah, because it's like a good experience. So I try to always like, I basically try to remember everything
Yes.
that
Yeah.
they tell me. So yeah.
All right.
Mr. Norris earlier was talking, and he was saying that you had to have, and I might not have it exactly, but 90% attendance. He talked about the really being punctual. Can you tell us how coming to school on time relates to going to work on time? Like, could you tell us a little bit about that growth and that's needed when you plan to leave school and go out into the workforce in your career, not your job, in your career?
I would say it definitely like relates a lot, especially because I practice a lot on being early on time just to try to get co-op. So when I first started co-op, I started becoming earlier than the supervisor, the person who supervises me. So then he started noticing that. So every time he sees me, he's always looking. But he doesn't, at first he was looking if I was there, but now he doesn't even have to look. He just already knows that I'm there. So like they can trust me. And like being early, it shows how bad you want it. Like it shows
Yeah.
how
We
much you
got to
want it.
give it up. We got to give it up. Being on time is a flex.
Yeah.
Right.
What's one thing you would say to your younger self?
I would say make smarter choices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just saying that because there's a lot of young youth that may be watching this right now, and they might want to like grasp on to some knowledge that you may have growing up. Like, oh, how would I be able to be in his position right now, or something like that. So that's why I wanted to ask that.
Oh, now I'll probably say like just don't be afraid to learn new things.
Yeah.
At first, I was always uncomfortable in learning new things because it's like I was so used to just being good at one thing.
Yeah.
But then it's like
expand.
Then,
yeah. You gotta grasp on every little aspect so you can build your knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now tell us about Madison Park Technical Vocational High School's teachers, the school culture, the climate. How do you feel like you fit in? Do you feel like students fit in here? Like, tell us a little bit about just your overall student experience here.
I would say I do fit in. One thing about this school is that everybody has their own things. Mm-hmm. Everybody's chasing their own careers. Okay. So it's like not everybody is similar with one another. You know, everybody got their own goals in life. So it's like you see a kid walking by and then they're having co-op, but they're having co-op with a whole different trade. So it's like, it definitely is a good experience because you're also learning with them. You know, they could also be your friend, being able to like keep on learning, and then they're learning with you at the same time because you're motivating them, and then you're leading them on.
And you could become a jack of all trades. You know, you don't have to focus on one trade. You can do everything. You know, because that's something I like doing too. I like to get into every little thing. I don't just like doing hair. I like doing hair, makeup, nails. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good thing.
And I'm glad Danny just chimed in because she's also a student here. So to hear you guys both talk about student life is really important. And I guess, Danny, what would you tell your little self?
I would tell myself to keep moving forward and don't let nothing come against you. Like, you're going to be where you need to be. Just stay strong. You know,
for me, it's always a pleasure to be around young people because I think you guys I was young, but you're really the next group of young people that's going to change the world. So I just want to say, are honored to have you. So I'm going to do what I would do. MP Pride.
MP Love.
MP Family. That's right. So we're going to wrap up right now, you guys. It's been an exciting day of the show and having everyone on. But we need to make sure you guys are listening to the Voices of Madison Park, the voice that shapes our community on WBCA 102.9 FM. And we want you to keep coming back because Madison Park is special and you can get the trifecta and you can change your life, not just your life, but your family's lives. So with that being said, we always close out with MP Pride,
MP Love,
MP Family. We hope to see you soon.
Bye.